In this short clip, we are looking at how to utilize the parent side of Infinite Campus to be able to keep up with your students' scores and assignments to see how they're performing in class. If you've never logged in to Parent Portal before, when you download the app on your phone, you will need to enter the first 3 letters and choose the state that we're in. Search district, select our county, and then input your parent username and password. This is the same username and password you use for online registration. When you log in, you will immediately be brought into the message center of Campus Portal. Sometimes you will see an announcement here, but most of the time this will read no announcements. If you don't check your email very often, you can use the inbox that is part of Parent Portal to check for messages that we have sent out for communication at the schools. When we send these out to your personal email, it automatically goes into your Campus Portal mailbox. So that is available for you as well. From here, you will want to use the button in the top left-hand corner to get to all the menu items that you will be able to see for your student. Once you open this particular tab, you will have a list of different things you can look at. Most of the time, you are going to want to look at assignments and scores for your student, and that's what we're going to look at today. So if you click on assignments, your student will be in the right-hand corner. If you have multiple students, you can toggle between them. For the sake of what we're doing today, we're going to look at Miss Haley, and when you pull up assignments, you will be able to see what assignments have been input and how the student scored. And we have a sample one in here. You can also choose today. You can look at if anything is missing. In this case, it says there are no missing assignments. And you can also just look at the current term if you want to, which is the day that we're in session. You can, if you don't want to look at specific assignments, you just want to see overall scores, you can see a listing of all of your students' classes and what their current score is in that class. So for example, these are the classes that my Haley is in, and you see because we entered a little practice score, she has a term grade right now of 100% in geometry. When you click on that, you're going to be able to see in detail different things about their score. So for example, on this screen, it's labeled in the first 9 weeks, and you can see her term score. You can see the assignment that we just looked at in assignments, and you can see that that is in the formative category. The more things that are added, the more categories that will pop up. As we go throughout the quarters, you can see different terms worth of scores. One thing you may not be able to see is the overall calculation as we go throughout the school year, but you can see that on score reports that we send home. All of your student scores will be listed here. For high school students, there are going to be a couple of courses they don't have scores for. They won't have a score for academic check, and they will not have a score for SWARM. Those are non-graded parts of their schedule. You can choose to hide certain things that you don't want to see, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about any of that. When you click back up here on the 3 little rows, you can look at your student's schedule, and you can see what order they have their courses in and who their teacher is. You can also look at their attendance when we get into school and we start taking attendance, you can also look at their current fees. You can pay their fees from here as well, which is a nice feature to be able to do that without having to send a check in or come into the office. You can also pay for lunches through food service. You can put money in their account from the app as well. That's a fantastic new feature. So that's really the overall of Campus Portal. We'll do an update a little later on as we get more scores and assignments entered so that we can show you how to navigate through different courses and the categories of courses and how things are calculated. But hopefully this helps get you started.